So hello guys, in this lecture we are going to discuss about municipalities, corporate societies, and it is not corporate societies. I'm sorry, it is cooperative societies. Okay? Cooperative societies and scheduled and tribal area. What is scheduled area? What is tribal area? And what are the provisions of these particular area in our constitution? Okay, fine. In last class we have discussed about Panchayat Raj, right? So Panchayat Raj adopted by our country, by our constitution, is a three-tier system. Here in the municipalities, it is not three-tier; it is three types of municipalities. Okay, see from Article 243 to 243 O, right? O is not intervening, courts not intervening in the election disputes or in the elections of this particular body. Okay, non-intervention of the courts is spoken in 243 O, right? From P till ZG. Okay, from Article 243P to ZG, it speaks about the municipalities. Okay, so last article of the Panchayat was a non-intervention of the courts, right? So what is the last article of the municipalities? It is 243 ZG, right? ZG is barred to interfere the courts by in the electoral matters. So our constitution is a coded constitution. It will the acts will be neatly fitted in particular fashion or in a particular style. Okay, the last article of the panchayats and the last article of this particular municipalities is same. Okay, bar to interfere by courts in the electoral matters is what the article says. Fine. I was discussing about municipalities, right? Remember, municipality is not three-tier. Tier in the sense one above the other. Okay, three tiers are there: village level, intermediate level, and at the district level. In this way, one above the other, the Panchayat Raj system is governed. But in the case of municipalities, it is okay. Remember one important point. Okay, if there is if the population of that particular state is less than 20 lakhs, then no need to constitute the three-tier government. Okay, two-tier is enough. 20 lakhs is for Panchayat Raj. Fine. So we will discuss about what does Article 243P says. It is not that important. It says about the definitions. Article 243Q says about three types of panchayats. See, there is a certain criteria in order to classify into three types of, and sorry, it is not panchayats, it's types of municipalities. Okay, so those criteria are given here in the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act. 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act is about panchayats. Okay, 74th is about municipalities. Municipalities added the part 9A and 12th schedule to the constitution. How many? See, 11th schedule has 29 matters, right? 12th schedule is having 18 subjects. Okay, 18 points. This is also important from the examination point of view. And the first municipality was formed in 1688 before we got freedom. It was in the colonial period. It was in Madras. Okay, so what are the criteria? See, based on the population of the area, density of the population therein, and revenue generated for local administration, percentage of the employment in non-agricultural activities, economic importance, and such other factors as he may deem fit. Who may deem it fit? The governor. Okay, the governor sees all these criteria and sets accordingly whether the area is a Nagar Panchayat, a municipal council, or municipal corporation. Okay, see, Nagar Panchayat is for transitional area, in the sense from rural area to urban area, whatever the transitional area is there, that in that particular area, if the government feels the conditions are satisfied for the transitional area, they form the Nagar Panchayat. A little bigger area than Nagar Panchayats, it is a little smaller urban area. It is bigger than Nagar Panchayats and smaller than large councils. Okay, so it is smaller urban area, municipal councils will be formed. And for more big, I mean large urban areas like Delhi and metropolitan cities, this municipal corporation will be formed. These are types of government. Okay, not one above the other. In case of panchayat, it is three-tier government. Okay, it is one above the other. And one thing, if if the population of the municipality is more than 3 lakhs, then we need to form committees, okay, planning committees, like district planning committee, ZD, D in the sense district, right, ZD, district planning committee, and ZE, it is metropolitan planning committee. So the criteria is you should have population. They shall constitute ward committees. These two are called ward committees, okay, district planning committee and metropolitan planning committee are called ward committees. And having a population of 3 lakh or more, if the municipality is having population 3 lakhs or more, then this planning committees is must, okay. And this also they are having some conditions, okay. So for district planning committee, every state shall constitute at the district level a district planning committee to consolidate the plans prepared by the panchayat and municipalities in district and to prepare a draft development plan for the district as whole. You are understanding, right? The state legislature may make provision with respect to the following, okay. The composition, the composition of this district committee is in the hands of state legislature, okay, assembly, legislative assembly. And this is important, okay. The act lays down that 4/5 of the members of the district planning committee should be elected by elected members of the district panchayat and municipalities in the district from among themselves. So 4/5 of the members of this committee should be elected by the elected members of district panchayat and municipalities. So district panchayat and municipalities, who are all the elected members by who are directly elected by the people, then they will elect the 4/5 of the members of this committee will be elected by this particular group, okay, who are elected by the people of this district panchayats and municipalities in that particular district from among themselves. And in the case of metropolitan planning committee, every metropolitan area shall have a metropolitan planning committee to prepare a draft development plan, okay. And 2/3 of the members of metropolitan planning committee should be elected by the elected members of the municipalities and chairpersons of the panchayats in the metropolitan area from among themselves. So here also, but it is 2/3 of this particular committee should be elected by the elected members of the what we call municipalities, elected members of the municipalities and chairpersons of the panchayats, okay. There will be state legislature can tell the procedure to elect the chairpersons, okay. So in this committee, who all are having the permission to vote, it is the chairpersons of the panchayats in the metropolitan area and members, elected members of municipalities, okay. These two are very important district planning committees. Whatever the plan is there, they will just devise how to develop, what are all the areas to where it should be developed, okay, fine. So without any reference, I was going from there to there, I was jumping. Hope the concept is clear. And okay, let me go line by line, okay. So there should be direct elections for municipalities, and municipal area is divided into wards. Many wards, like one municipal area is having a population of this much, and it is divided into 37 or 36 wards, each having a population of that particular thing, and a councillor is elected from the Gram Sabha, okay, from among the municipalities. So how to elect the chairperson? The state legislature by law, he can tell the procedures to elect the chairperson from among the elected members of the councillors, okay. So 243R says that Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha or state legislative assembly can have representations in the municipal bodies if state legislature by law it makes provisions, okay, fine. Article 243, yes, from P to ZG we are going to discuss in brief in these particular articles. 243 yes says about the ward committees, okay. I have told you about the ward committees, okay. More than 3 lakh population. 243P, reservation of seats. So Article 243B says about the reservation of seats for SCs, STs and women in Panchayat Raj elections. Okay, here it is 243T. 243U says about the duration, it is 5 years. Okay, and there should not be a gap of 6 months, within 6 months. If in any case it is dissolved, if the elected members are dissolved by any case, then within 6 months new elections should be held. Or for the new tenure to be, which should be held, it should be held before the expire of the previous tenure. Okay, fine. V is about the disqualification, and F speaks about the disqualification. 243F about the panchayat. F, fish, I have told you, right? Fishing, fuck off, something like that, I have told you, right? So F is disqualification of the members of Panchayat Raj, and here V is the disqualification of members of municipalities, municipal bodies. Okay. W is about authority, responsibilities, and okay, fine. This is what are all the responsibilities, what are the roles of the elected persons in the municipalities. And X speaks about president to impose taxes. What is P to impose taxes, right? Let me check. (243X), right? Okay, P in the sense it's powers, fine. It is about the powers, authority and responsibilities. X speaks about the powers to impose the taxes. Because I have written this 2 days back, I am not able to recall all the things. Hope you understand, fine. Y speaks about the finance committee. Article 280 speaks about the finance commission which is in the center. Okay, 243I represents the finance commission for Panchayat Raj. Here 243Y represents about the finance committee. Z, audit of accounts in the municipalities. ZA about elections to municipal bodies. 243K says about the elections to Panchayat Raj. Okay, ZB says about the application to union territories. So union territories can also form municipalities with the help of state legislature or president, okay, or government, fine. ZC, certain areas not included. This is not that important. Okay. ZD about district planning committee, I have told you already. ZD about the metropolitan planning committee. 2/3 of the members should be elected by the elected members of municipalities and elected members of the chairpersons. Okay, chairpersons of panchayat, the district panchayat, fine. ZF, it is about the continuance, it is continuation of this particular thing. So it has not been given clearly in Lakshmikant, which says it is not that important. Okay, ZG is barred to the council. This is all about the municipalities, fine. Did I miss anything? So there are different types of government in municipalities. So there are different types of governments like municipal corporation, municipality, notified area committee, town area committee, cantonment board, township board, trust, special purpose agency. All these are different types of urban governments. In case of municipal corporation like Kolkata, Hyderabad, Bangalore and others, they establish in states. So state legislature establishes this, okay, and in the union territories by act of the parliament in India. If you want to establish municipal corporations, then you need to pass an act by the parliament. Okay, there may be one common act all common municipalities in the state. A municipal corporation has 3 authorities, namely the council, the standing committee and the commissioner. Okay, municipal corporation, which I have told you is the largest of the 3 form of governments. It has 3 things. One is the council, the standing committee and the commissioner. Okay, the council is the deliberative and legislative wing of the corporation. It consists of councillors directly elected by the people. In case of municipal corporations, there will be councillors who will be directly elected by the people, as well as few nominated persons having knowledge and experience in the municipal administration. In brief, the composition of the council includes reservation of seats for SCs and STs and women, governed by the 74th Constitutional Amendment Act. The council is headed by a mayor. He is assisted by deputy mayor. He is elected in the majority. So this particular council is headed by mayor, okay. He is assisted by deputy mayor. He is elected in a majority of the states for 1 year renewable term, okay. So for 1 year term he is elected. Mayor is elected for 1 year term. He is basically an ornamental figure and a formal head of the corporation. His main functions is to preside over the meetings, okay, fine, like just like speaker, mayor here, right. The municipal commissioner is responsible for the implementation of decisions taken by the council. Council is legislature, like it will be framing the decisions, and this municipal commissioner is executive, fine. He is responsible for implementation of the decisions taken by the council and its standing committees. Thus, he is the chief executive authority of the corporation. He is appointed by the state government and is generally, if there is a municipal commissioner, he is of IAS cadre, okay. If you become IAS in future, then you may be allotted as municipal commissioner, okay. Know the difference between this municipal commissioner and municipal councillors, okay. Councillors are directly elected by the people. For every ward there will be one councillor, and councillor elects this mayor, fine. He is the speaker like figure, and municipal commissioner is responsible. He is the executive. Whatever the decisions taken by all this council and the committee, it will be executed by you, in the sense IAS, IPS officers who are commissioners, okay, municipal commissioners. So whatever they take the decision, you need to implement it in a proper way. This is what your function is, fine. The second government is municipality. The municipalities are established for the administration of towns and smaller cities. Like corporations, they are also set up in the state by act of the concerned state legislature, and in the union territory by the act of parliament in India. They are also known by various other names like municipal council, municipal committee, municipal board, borough municipality, city municipality, and others. Like a municipal corporation, a municipality also has 3 authorities, namely the council, the standing committee, and the chief executive officer. Here CEO is there. The council is the deliberative legislative body, as I have discussed. Wing of the municipality, it consists of councillors directly elected with people. So if there is a municipality, there will be a council. In the council, there will be councillors who are directly elected by the people. The council is headed by president or chairman. He is assisted by the vice president or vice chairman. He presides over the meeting. So like mayor in the case of municipal corporations, here the council is headed by president or chairman, okay. He is assisted by vice chairman. He presides over the meeting. Unlike mayor of the municipal corporation, he plays a significant role in the pivot of the municipal administration. Apart from presiding over the meetings of the council, he enjoys executive work. The standing committee are created to facilitate the working of the councils. They deal with public works, okay. Standing committees deals with the public works. The chief executive officer or the municipal officer is responsible for day to day. So he is appointed by the state government. Whoever the state government appoints, he will be a good cadre like group 1 or group 2 in the case of Andhra Pradesh, or UP Public Service Commission. They will keep the exam, and if you crack the exam, then you will be allotted to this chief executive officer, okay. ZP CEO, Jilla Parishad CEO, like that roles you will be given, fine. Notified area, town area committee, and cantonment board is type of government which is important. The cantonment board is established by the municipal administration of civilian population in cantonment area. It is set up under the provisions of Cantonment Act of 2006. Cantonment Act 2006, fine. It works under the administrative control of Defense Ministry of the central government. So this administration is under Defense Ministry, cantonment boards, okay. So these cantonment boards are created as well as administered by the central government. The Cantonment Act of 2006 was enacted to consolidate and amend the laws relating to administration of cantonments with a view to impart greater democratization, improvement of the financial base, to make provisions for development of activities and for the matters connected with them. So Cantonment Act of 1924 was there. This 2006 Act repealed that particular act, fine. At present, there are 62 cantonment boards in the country. There are totally 62 cantonment boards in the country. They are grouped into 4 categories, fine. Above 50,000, 10,000 to 50, 2,500 to 10,000 and below 2,500. These are the population figures in which the cantonment category is defined. Okay. So a cantonment board consists of partly elected and partly nominated members. The elected members hold office from term of 5 years, while the nominated members continue so long as they hold the office in the station. The military officer commanding the station is ex officio president. Fine. So township, protest, these are all the types of government. Just go through these governments. In brief, I'll explain what are the municipalities, what are all its laws. Okay. These two are important: district planning and metropolitan planning. If the population of the state is more than 3 lakhs, sorry, not state, municipality. Fine. Now coming to cooperative societies, in order to meet a common goal, many people come together and form a cooperative society, and they elect board of directors among them. And an example of cooperative society is Amul. Okay, Amul milk. It is a cooperative society, and there are many cooperative societies in this. So we have told, right, 243P to 243ZG, it is municipalities. Some 243ZG after that H. Okay, 243ZH to ZT, it is about cooperative societies. Okay. So 97, the Constitutional Amendment Act provided for part 9B of the Constitution. Okay, 9B of the Constitution, and told it is of cooperative societies. Okay, so it is there in the state list. This cooperative societies is there in the state list. So state may by law can do anything with these cooperative societies, like they can change the board of directors who are elected. Fine, we'll discuss one by one articles. 243ZH to 243ZT. Okay, 243ZH says about the definitions of what is a cooperative society. It is there in 243H. 243ZI says about state legislature may by law regulate cooperative societies. Okay, state can regulate cooperative societies by law if they need it. Okay, 243J says that there will be maximum 21 board of directors and their tenure will be 5 years. And K says about election. What is the article for election of Panchayat Raj? It is 243K. What is there for municipalities? Article 243. See this election of municipalities. Article 243ZA. Okay, fine. So suspension, maximum of 6 months he can be suspended. The board of director who is elected among the cooperative society can be suspended for a maximum period of 6 months, except there are few grounds. Okay, in the case of few conditions, if these conditions are met, he can be suspended for more than 6 months. If these conditions are not met, then he will be suspended only for 6 months. Fine. Article 243 ZM says about audit and accounts. So after every financial year closes, after every financial year of the cooperative society closes, within 6 months, this audit of account should be conducted. Okay. ZN says about general body meetings, when the body meeting should convene. Article 243 ZO says about right to get information for a member, what are all going on in the cooperative societies, who is giving amount and who is getting the amount. All this information can be bought via Article 243. Okay, P and Q says about the return and the balance sheet. R 243 ZR. Okay, and don't forget Z. Okay. ZR says about multi-state cooperative societies. So multi-state cooperative societies, in the sense, the cooperative society exists in more than one state. As it is state matter, it should be regulated by state, right? But this cooperative society is existing in more than one state, so the central law is applicable. Okay, and S and T states about the cooperative societies of union territories, and T says about not that important. Fine, this is all about the cooperative societies. Now let me discuss about the scheduled area and tribal area. Fine. See, as the development happened, this development did not reach to the poorest of the poor people, and they lag behind. Okay, they did not have particular access to the education, or they were illiterate, and they fell back. Okay, along with us, they did not come along with us. So such tribes who are backward are called scheduled tribes and tribal areas, and the area in which these scheduled tribes are maximum in the case of majority. Okay, who determines the area? It is determined by the president. Okay, president determines in this particular area scheduled tribe people are maximum. So such areas are called scheduled areas. So there are two kinds of things. Okay, India, in case of India. Okay, fine, this is India. Okay, so here in northern states there were scheduled tribes. Okay, in the southern states of India there were scheduled tribes, and the northeastern people's scheduled tribe area were much more weaker. Okay, much more backward. Okay, in the case of our southern states, scheduled tribes are a little bit backward, but forward compared to northeastern states. So to govern northeastern states, a separate law and a separate schedule came, which is called sixth schedule. Okay, so in case of northeastern states, we say that it is sixth schedule, and the states are Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram and Tripura. These four states. Okay, I have written somewhere here. I will explain it in between. But for sixth schedule, it is tribal area, and in case of scheduled area, it is for our 10 southern states. Okay, southern states in the sense there are 10 states like Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand and Odisha. I guess 8 I have covered already, and Karnataka, Kerala, I don't think so. But the southern states comes under scheduled area, and these are governed by fifth schedule. So in case of fifth schedule, it is all the other states except northeastern states. And for sixth schedule, the sixth schedule is governed by northeastern states, particularly Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Tripura, which are having scheduled tribe population, and the tribal is much more backward than the scheduled southern states. Okay, so this is all about the tribal. See, with whatever knowledge I have, I'm just trying to explain it so that it will be beneficial for me, and if possible, if you understand, it will be beneficial for you also, right? So with the motive, I'm explaining this. If I'm not able to explain properly also, then no problem, because I will develop myself. Fine. Okay, this all things apart, we'll come back to the topic. Okay, scheduled and tribal area. So 243ZT is the last article of cooperative societies. After that 244. Okay, 244.1 deals about the scheduled area. I have told you, right? Scheduled area is in the southern states, and it deals about the 10 states. Okay, and this area is determined by president on the recommendations of the governor. Governor recommends that this particular area is having scheduled tribes dominated majority region. Please declare this area a scheduled area. Then it will be. So the primary motive of declaring a scheduled area or tribal area is because their rich cultural heritage should not be lost. Okay, they have their own. If this municipal corporation and municipal bodies or this government is bought in this particular thing, then they will destroy all the resources. See, if a person, we normal persons, our house is some 50 lakhs. Okay, so if the government gives us 1 crore, then we will happily go and accept. But for this scheduled area or tribal area, for these particular tribes, if you give 100 crores also, they will not leave their home. Their home is the forest. Okay, they are highly dependent on the forest, and if you disturb them, then their livelihood will be lost. In order to ensure that they are getting justice along with us, this particular thing, scheduled area and tribal area, was formed. And see, PESA Act, Panchayat Raj Extension to Scheduled Areas Act, I have discussed it, 1966. This act is applicable for the scheduled areas. And for tribal area, Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Tripura, IMT states, it is autonomous boards, okay, which governs them. So there are some provisions. If you want to do mining of minor minerals, not major minerals, okay. If you want to do mining of minor minerals in case of tribal area, then you need to take the permission of these boards, and these boards are having elected members, okay. Generally these tribal groups will be having head. See, in case of tribal groups, they believe in gods, right, and they believe in God's head. So there will be a person who is like priest to all of them. Whatever that particular person says, only that the words said by that particular person, the whole tribes listen, right? In the same way, so if CM or PM also comes and tells, they won't listen. Only this particular head, if he says, then they will listen. So autonomous boards generally contain the elected members from this particular tribal area and the head, okay. Generally these heads will be the head of the autonomous boards, okay. So Article 244(2) deals about the tribal area. Article 244(1) deals about the scheduled area, okay. So it is dealt with the help of 5th schedule. I have told you, right? It is dealt with 5th schedule. See, Mizoram is having most population of scheduled backward tribes, okay, scheduled tribes, and most of the states are having population, but Mizoram is the highest in India. It is having 94% of the area, 94% of its population are tribes. Fine. Totally, India is having 8.6% of the population who are scheduled tribes. So scheduled area, there are 10 states which are having scheduled area in our India. So Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, 7, 8, Odisha, Bihar. So these are all the 10 states, fine. So Panchayat Raj PESA Act, right? Here I have written Panchayat Raj Extension to Scheduled Areas Act, 1966. See, this Panchayat Raj Act, whatever is there in 243, this act does not belong to this particular area, PESA Act, okay, with some conditions that they are implementing, because it is already tribal area. You should not disturb them. You should give more autonomy to them and more powers in order to secure themselves. Fine. This area is a tribal majority area. So scheduled tribes are the most weakest in India. So these are given more autonomy. Tribal area is having autonomous district councils, okay. So these are all the acts. DRD Act of 1860, which helps to reduce the poverty by cooperating between different bodies, between this state governments and this particular tribal areas or scheduled tribes areas, okay. DRDA does. And there is one more act, Scheduled Tribe and Other Traditional Forest Dwellers Act, which is enacted in 2006, okay. This act also helps the forest dwellers and everyone who are dependent on the forest for their livelihood, so that their livelihood remains. The rights are not taken away, okay. It is coming from ancestors, right? So this right should be protected. So district council, regional council, there will be a district council and regional council in order to look the functioning of these things, and 2/3 of the members are elected and rest are nominated in this particular council. Okay, autonomous district councils will be accepted. The district level, it will be district councils. At the regional level, regional councils. And 2/3 of the member will be elected and rest nominated by the government. And this 2/3 of the members are generally heads, okay, heads of that particular tribes. So this is all about the scheduled and tribal area, cooperative societies and municipalities. Fine, thanks for being with me. Take care.